So what I'm going to show you is some functions of the menu system fitted to the Thermion. Now this function is user mode. You've got rocks mode, which is handy if you've had high heat in a day and there's rocks and different high contrasty images, thermal signatures coming through. 2 seconds and I've activated that. You've got forest, which is my favourite for I'd given you more target detail, I think, and like background terrain detail. You've got identify, which is handy for times of adverse weather, like really bad imaging when you've got low contrast, like after rain and things like that, or high humidity in the air. I'm talking too long before I go through this menu setting. Let's have a look. Right, and then you've got user mode. So what that basically does, I'm just going to keep scrolling so it doesn't jump out, is when you select that, one of these three functions, it will select as default. So if I just selected that, that would be it. I'd have to come back in the main menu, or forest mode, I'd have to come back in the main menu and then reselect this function to change the mode I want, which can be a bit of a pain because you've got to activate, keep long press on the side wheel and then select that, go into the menu function and select it, and you've got to do that every time. But if you select user mode, what happens is with the side control wheel, when that's selected, all you need to do is this. So if I just press this once instead of long press, it'll activate obviously brightness, contrast, and there it is. There's me mode control. So if I press that again and just long press, it'll go off. But when I press it once again, if I leave it on that setting, it'll always come back up on that setting. So what I can do then, I can scroll through forest, identify, rocks, the three modes very quickly by a single press on the wheel instead of having to go in the main menu. And also, when I save my brightness and contrast for each setting, it's saved. So like I said, I like that control, but I can rapidly change by using the user control function, which you couldn't if you just selected one function from in the menu. Let's go back, have a look at the other stuff quickly. So this is image detail boost, so this gives you more sharpness on the contours of images. It can change depending on which user mode you've got. Bit of a pain, it doesn't stay on these menu functions long when I'm talking through it, but it can change with the different user modes you select here. So I'll leave it on. The XP handles it really well, gives you a nice sharp crisp image. If you take it off, it might give you a tiny bit less grain, but it's not really noticeable. I would just leave it on for the XP. This function is a zero profile, so you've got your A, B, C, D, E. Each one can be set up for a different rifle. And within them profiles, you've also got multiple distances. So that's just basically a select which profile you've got function there. So you've got like each profile can have a different reticle, can have a different 0 point, etc. So this is your reticle setup. So that is, for example, your A profile, and that will change whatever reticle you've got set up. So there's three of these reticles which are now classed as scalable. So what that means is when you go through your magnification range, the hold points on these reticles remain the same throughout the magnification range on your pip, or just using the magnification function itself without the pip. For which ones it is, I think, off the top of my head, without going through the manual again, it's M56 FI, 57 FI, and it might be 50 FI 300. In fact, I think it is, yeah, these three. So they should remain the same throughout the digital zoom range, which is really handy if you know your distance and you know your aim points and your holdovers and you like using magnification to accurately shoot further. This one is a tiny little reticle, which it's uncluttered. Some people like that for just keeping a nice clear screen for taking a shot. Like I said,